said, someone named Michael said, why do you hate, the topic was try an older guy for a change. And then he says, why do you hate older men? Most of these punks is give you a heartache. And STDs teaching your daughters how to be hussies. That was like very well written, but I got the message. And so I thought, well, okay, why don't I discuss it with you and see what everybody else has to say. Hi, Mohammed. And hi, Daniel. And hi, Highwayman. Okay, so there's 7 reasons that this woman wrote about, and I thought I'd go through them because I was reading them. I was like, oh, these are interesting reasons. And you know, the truth of the matter is, it's okay for anyone to like anyone of any age, and I'm not one to put my beliefs onto other people, but I would like to respond a little bit to the article that this person, April Ross, wrote about the 7 reasons women are attracted to older men. And a lot of these have to do with how much growth a person does in their lifetime. And frequently, older men don't ever change because they don't work on themselves. And so a lot of what she said here does not necessarily apply to the people that are out there in general. Anyway, so the first one she said is they're past the drama. So I'm not sure that I agree with that, because I think that a lot of men haven't really, you know, they haven't really gone through any kind of growth or change. So, you know, maybe they are just in the same amount of drama as anybody else. I don't understand why, because they are older, they'd be past that drama. I guess you could say that that's an attraction about older women with younger guys, but I think that's more a reflection on the younger girls are into the drama or somehow get themselves involved in it. They know what they want. I consider that to be also they might be more controlling because they're used to getting what they want. You know, they've been in long-term relationships, and maybe that's why they're single again. Again, this is just, I don't know that you can apply this to anyone, but I know that, you know, for her to say that it's a good reason to be with an older guy because he knows what he wants, I think that could possibly mean that the person is controlling and not flexible. But anyway, I'm just suggesting there's another side to all her reasons why older men are better. They've already made a few mistakes and learned from them. Again, I'm not sure how much you could say that people have learned from them. They seem more mature. I like the way she would seem more mature. And again, I've met younger guys that are way more mature than older men and vice versa. So again, I don't know. There's still guys that will be Peter Pan guys and never grow up. And she said, the word I'm looking for actually might be refined instead of mature. So I'm not sure, again, that because you're older, you become more refined. Now, let's see. They have more confidence. Again, they might be more cocky, but I don't know necessarily that they have more confidence. And I just want to articulate that this is not for every guy, and it's not for every man of every age. It's just I don't know if these are necessarily reasons why a woman would prefer an older guy. They're more stable. That's possibly true. They might have had long-term careers if you're looking for financial reasons. And the last one she said is they know how to treat a woman. They open doors, and they know how to treat a woman in the bedroom. And once again, I don't necessarily agree with this because, well, not all older men are going to open doors, but even if they do, who really cares? And what makes you think that younger men wouldn't open doors? And why is that even an issue? And the other part of it is she said that they know that by the time guys reach middle age, they know a thing or two of how to treat a woman in the bedroom. I would beg to differ from that because, again, if you've been in a long-term relationship and you do things the same way all the time, you may not learn anything. It's a lot depends on who you're with. So I would agree that women could be attracted to older men for stability and financial stability, but again, who knows? They may have lost their job and not be financially stable and have lost a lot of money if they've been divorced. So I think maybe younger women would go for older men because they thought they were, you know, more financially independent, but it may not be the case. All right, I'm going to stop rambling and go to the chats right now. Mohammed said one reason is if the older man is rich. And again, that's probably what I would say is a major attraction for why a young girl would go for an older guy. Barry asked if older women like to be eaten out. Barry, yes, in a word. Hi, Bean. Let's see. Hi, Jove. Hi, Low-Key. And yes. Okay. These women don't have time for the old dudes. Viagra to kick in. Cryo, yeah, she doesn't mention the need for, extra pills like that at all. Slick, I'm glad that you mentioned that. Younger men go like the ever-ready bunny. Possibly they might. I don't know if that's a plus or a minus either. Bryson says hello. Yeah, so let's see. Hi, Music Man. How are you? Younger guys like myself are more mature, and thank you for saying something about that. Not every guy is immature or mature based on how many years they've been on this earth. I've been with guys that are younger that are immature, and I've been with guys that are younger that are more mature. So I guess the whole thing is, can you generalize about everybody? No, and I can't generalize that all younger men should be with older women, because they shouldn't. The people that are on this particular channel are may have a more of an attraction for older women because I'm an older person and I'm speaking about it. But again, we don't like to generalize. Why take Cialis? It can last. That's why you take Cialis lasts 36 hours. Yeah, I think that Cialis is different from Viagra in that way. Okay, so what's up with you guys? What do you think about all that? And what did you think about the message that I got about how I hate older men, which I for sure do not hate older men. I love all men, and that most of these punks are going to give you a heartache, and I don't think that's true. And that STDs, and I'm teaching my daughters about STDs, and that how to be a hussy. What do you think about that? How would you like to wake up and get that message in your inbox? Pretty funny, right? Okay, so what's going on in your life? What's new, and what do you think about all that? Okay, my screen is stuck. Hi, Tom. I hope everyone is doing well on this glorious Thursday, and I'd like to hear what's going on in your life. And if anybody has any questions, you don't need to discuss about older men, but if you have something to say about that, I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to put a like on the video here, and also if you want to continue to see me and get more information and get more in detail about all the topics I discuss, go to my Patreon page. Mohammed likes to hear me speak. Oh, I'll keep on talking. Patreon is Patreon/Karen @KarenLee Coder. Tom says I look like a Dana Point or Newport Beach kind of gal. Actually, I live up in Los Angeles, and it's not Dana Point or Newport Beach, but I really would love to be in Newport Beach because it's beautiful there. So yeah, good morning to everyone. If you're what? Okay, so Bean says pussy juice tastes better on Cougars. Okay, thank you for sharing that one. Yeah, so I know it's a holiday weekend. I'll still be on my live streams. So if you are lonely this weekend or just want to hop on board for a little bit with me, I'll be around. Mr. Pirate Brain, a younger guy has to really understand what he wants in his future, because if the woman is 15 years older, when you get older, she will be older. Exactly. And something that my boyfriend said at one point when we first started dating is that if he has as much fun in 10 years with me as he does at the time, as he did at the time, then he would be one happy person. So I think it really has to do with the connection between the people. And just like I can't give you, just like this woman gave 7 reasons why she was attracted to an older man, I could give you the 7 reasons I'm attracted to a younger guy. So it just depends on the person and what you're attracted to. And not every older woman is going to want to do what I want to do, which is I like going to younger type of concerts. I like doing, the younger comedy clubs. I mean, it just depends on your spirit. And if you're attracted to someone who's a little bit on the younger side, that's okay. It's same thing for men. If men are attracted to younger girls for the same reasons that I said, then that's okay. I just don't like if someone is attracted to a younger girl because they want to control them, or that kind of thing, with money, and sometimes all that other material stuff gets in the way of relationships. And I also think some people that have been in relationships and don't learn are not good either. And the most important thing is to know that in general, women tend to live 4 years longer than men. So if that's the case, there could be a good reason to be with a younger guy, just in the sense if you want to be on the same, if you want to live the same amount of years. Have you been attracted to younger? Have you always been attracted to younger? No, I was married to a guy that was older than me by a year and a half. So no, I've just been open-minded, I would say. Good morning. Hi, Kay Smitty. So if you guys are just joining, or if you're watching this later on, make sure to like the video. And if you have topics that you want me to discuss, please let me know what those might be. If you have questions right now, I'm open to any questions. If you have any observations that you'd like to share in general about life, the pursuit of happiness, or cougars, let me know. So Loki said an older woman wants to have fun with her life and enjoy their experience. Sometimes, not all older women. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself and my fellow cougars out there, the confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racing women. Some women don't need to go, they're happy just to have a simple, quieter life where, they are into their grandchildren, and they like to go out to eat, and then they like to go to sleep. I mean, there's some women that are like that. They don't need the excitement and running around as much as me. That's my personality. So yeah, an older woman wants to have fun with her life and enjoy that experience. Well, yeah. Is this a trend, young men dating older girls? Being asked. Is it a trend? I think it's always been that way. It's just that maybe women wouldn't talk about it as openly as I do. And I think it's been more of a trend in general to be able to be with whoever you want to be with, whether it's age, race, sexual orientation, religion. It could be anything. And I just like the idea that people are now becoming much more open-minded about whether or not they want to be in a polyamorous relationship, meaning that they have many partners, or they just are just attracted to one person and want to be with one person. I mean, people are just more open. Brady says it's a way of life, not a trend. Yeah, I mean, it's a way of life for some people. And again, I can't say that if I ever broke up with my man that I wouldn't be with an older man, because it really depends on the connection. I just was kind of laughing at, the hostility I sometimes get for promoting younger guy with older women relationship. I get emails, not all that often. It's more the other way around, but with men loving cougars. But I do get men getting hostile about it, and women getting hostile about it. So Cougar Town made it chic. I don't know if it was Cougar Town or Demi Moore. I think she opened the door when she was with Ashton. And so I don't know that it was necessarily one particular thing, but like I said, I've done a lot of research on it, and it goes back a long time, even to the days of Benjamin Franklin saying how much he liked older women. Let's see. 55 Baltimore boy. I don't recognize that, and welcome. I've been dating for the last 10 years now, in my late 50s. Online dating usually attract women 8 to 10 years younger. Don't know why. Maybe you usually attract women that much younger, or you are attracted to. And it could also be that you have a young spirit. So that's what I'm trying to say, is for women and for men, for whatever reason, it's been socially acceptable for older men to be with younger women. I find it odd to be with someone who is still wanting to have a family, and have children and everything, and maybe you've already had your kids and want to continue to have a family. I don't know, but I think it's a little interesting in that respect, because women do have a biological clock that you have to consider. Bean says, lately older women smile and say hi more often than before. Bean, maybe you're watching my channel and smiling more and being more friendly, which is definitely going to make more people more friendly to you. So the more you smile, the more you're open and more you're saying hello to everyone on the street, like I suggest, the more that's going to happen. And Mr. Pirate Brain would like to tell 55 Baltimore that you guys are from the same area. Highwayman says sugar daddies. Yeah, I think that is definitely and always has been a trend. There's plenty of older men out there like Billy Joel or Donald Trump who are attracted to younger women, and that's okay. I'm not telling them not to be. It's just don't judge me for being attracted to younger guys. You get it? Okay, so what else is happening? Anybody have any questions of the day? Anybody want to go into Super Chat, which is that little $ sign at the bottom of the live chat? I feel like most of you guys are always asking a ton of questions and everybody's kind of quiet today. What's going on? Why is everybody so reserved? I haven't even had to bring out any kind of extraneous objects. It's just a quiet kind of morning, right? Miss, what's up? I love that a lot of you guys have started talking to each other. That's great. So you're all part of KarenLee's crew right here. One more thing, kisses and hugs. Ms. Lee, Mr. Bean, my middle name is Lee, not my last name, so you can call me KarenLee. What state do I broadcast from? I'm currently in Los Angeles. I live kind of in both cities, Chicago and Los Angeles. Okay, so Stan Smith, double standard, how handsome men don't get criticized for dating younger women, but regular guys get called creepy. That's interesting, Stan. That could be true. That might be true. I don't know. I don't know if because you're handsome that you wouldn't be called creepy. I mean, it is true that women that go after younger men seem to get away with not being creepy as much as older men with younger women, sometimes, depending on how much younger. Like if a 50-year-old man is going out with a 21-year-old, they do tend to be considered creepy. I don't know, and I don't know if it's because they're good looking or whatnot. I think okay, what are we talking about? Feet size? Do you know how to cook? Joe, I've cooked all my life. Do I know how to cook? Yes. Do I like cooking? No, it's not one of my favorite things. Mr. Pirate Brain would like to know if an iPhone is good for making videos. Yeah, when you're first starting out making videos, I would suggest using whatever you have. As long as the sound is good and the quality of the camera is good, I would use those two things. And make sure the lighting is good. But I wouldn't go and spend a lot of money on equipment until you get a following. Bring what out, Brendan? Let's see. It's probably the sad day for Eddie Murphy's brother. Yeah. Are more cougars looking for long-term relationships or friends with benefits? Very good question, Brady. I don't know. I think that there are plenty of women out there that are just looking to have a fun friends with benefits with younger guys. So I would probably say that they are, but there are other people like myself who may have initially thought this was just going to be like friends with benefits and fell in love with the person and made it work. So I don't know if more cougars are looking for relationships or, in terms of just long-term things, or if they're looking for just some fun. But my guess would be it's more for the fun. Women love to chase after married dudes. True or false? Bean asks. Women love... No, I don't. I didn't. I do know that most of the girls I talk to that have been in relationships with married men don't like to repeat that because it ends up you just get kind of the short end of the stick all the time. And it's also not very nice to your fellow sisters. It's true Woody Allen gets called creepy, but Patrick Stewart doesn't, and he has even more age difference with his wife. I think Woody Allen was also called creepy because he went after his stepdaughter and married her. So I don't know if it's necessarily the case that has to do with the fact that it was just Woody Allen not being as good looking. Can you plan a live stream with other cougars to get other points of views? That would be cool. Yeah, I'll try to get some other cougars on, and I do plan a live stream. I mean, if you go back, there's plenty of myself and my friend and fellow colleague cougar, Lucia. We do quite a few videos together. Whether or not we might plan one on, we've done them on Instagram where we'll answer questions together, and maybe we could do another, and we've done a Facebook live, YouTube live. So Woody said, honey, let's adopt that one, please. Exactly, yeah. That you think it would be cool to have more, yeah. I have a friend that's coming in town. Maybe she'll join me on the live stream. We'll see if I can twist her arm. A lot of older women don't feel as comfortable being on screen, on the camera. I have a video that is coming out soon it's with a kitten. In other words, a younger girl who's a cougar in training. She's very attractive, and the two of us talk about the differences between a younger girl and what she's attracted to, and a younger guy, or what she's attracted to in a guy, and an older woman, obviously me, what I'm attracted to. So that'll be coming out on YouTube, and you'll get a first look on Patreon. So I suggest that you join Patreon. Again, that's where you could join for as little as $1, and I put the link here. And then you could get exclusive content there. They don't make cougar automobiles anymore, but every time I do see one, Tom, I always take a picture of it. The cougars. Objects. 55 Baltimore boy. Hopefully it won't come up, but you'll see what I'm talking about if it does. It's a surprise. You have to become an active member here to know what I'm talking about. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Milfman. Let's see. Tom Smith said cougar names. Debbie, Kathy, Karen, Denise, Cheryl are baby boomers. Yeah, those are all names from my day. They can just be in a chat like a podcast. Oh, I see what you're saying, Mr. Pirate Brain. Yeah, maybe we'll give that a shot. I'll try to. I do a podcast with my son called Sex Talk with My Mom, and I actually had a friend of mine on. Her name was Lacey. So if you want to listen to a podcast with a fellow cougar and my son, it is on, I'm putting it right here, Sex Talk with My Mom, and it was Lacey, Lacey, or Laci, something like that. Yeah. Hi, Sriyam. Soccer mom names, Vivian. Yeah, I mean, most of my friends were Susan, Sharon, Carol. It was a Vice News Mormon porn by real Mormons. What? Okay. Again, for my patrons, I might be doing. I'm going to see my little buddy Nina Hartley tomorrow, and you might get a little special sneak peek on Patreon then. If I'm not going to be doing anything live with her, but I will be able to maybe get a picture or something. Let's see. Oh, it was on YouTube. Okay. I have a hypothesis that cougars are good at cooking. I will go to Food for Less and see. Oh, you have a hypothesis that cougars are good at cooking? Yeah, I think you're right. I think they could be good at cooking because they've cooked for families over the years. I'm not great at cooking, but I can cook. Are you your son's wingman? LOL. No. Good question, though. Stan Smith says, the good days when parents didn't give their kids stupid names. Utah banned porn. Yeah, I don't know that Utah is the most open-minded of the states. How long have you and Nina been buddies? We have been, I wouldn't even call us buddies per se. We're not we don't get together that often, as a matter of fact. We just a few times. But for several years since I started doing my YouTube channel, I've interviewed her several times, and she was on my podcast with my son called Sex Talk with My Mom. Again, if you want to hear that, that's really, really funny, really funny. So yeah, if you have any questions for Nina, I will ask her if I can sneak them in. Do cougars have higher sex drives? Some do, and that could be because they were in long-term relationships where they weren't, all that excited about the sex maybe. Is she going to be in Boogie Nights reunion this year? Oh, I'll ask her about that for sure. I will definitely ask that question. I didn't know that there was a Boogie Nights reunion, but I will ask her. And I'm guessing she probably is, knowing her. So we got a few minutes left. I'll answer a couple last questions and then I'll say goodbye. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't so far. And also, if you would go to my Patreon page and join up, I would appreciate it. Like I said yesterday, YouTube is having some sort of crisis where they decided not to monetize the racier channels such as myself. And I mean, it's like pitiful how much money that I am making on this YouTube channel these days. So like I said, if you want me to continue to be able to do this on a daily basis, I need some extra help, and you could do that by super chatting here or by going to Patreon. Being like Nina, she's a very horny lady. Look, he's saying goodbye. Elliot saying hello. Hi and goodbye to everybody. Let's see. I think more men need to teach their sons the true deal about women. More women need to teach their sons. Oh, definitely. I think women should definitely teach their sons. I hope that they do, and I hope that my podcast has opened up the dialogue. Yeah, Elliot, I'm leaving because you are a little late joining us. Sorry about that. Next time, turn your notifications on. If you're watching this later on, there's a little bell, and it's off to the next to where you subscribe. So make sure that you subscribe to this. There's a little bell next to it. It's a notification bell, and then you will be notified. And hopefully you'll be notified before it's too late. Did you like 50 Shades of Grey? I saw the first one. This first movie, I read all 3 books. Yeah, I did, actually. I didn't think it was most well written, but it was definitely sexy. If our moms taught us how to relate to women, things would be better. I agree. I would try to notify everybody in more advanced time, but if in case, you work all weekend, sorry about that, Elliot. If you want to know when I normally do it, it's 11, I'll put it right here, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is California time. And Tom said, why? Oh, why did I like 50 Shades of Grey? I like that. I thought that was hot, that whole domination concept. I thought that was really hot. I think a lot of women really liked that book because of, brought up that kind of thing. And it's exciting, it's fantasy and all that kind of stuff. So, and that's why I liked it. I don't know why other people liked it, but I'm pretty sure that it had a lot to do with the topic. And if anybody hasn't read the book or seen the movies, 50 Shades of Grey is about a guy that had his female sign contracts about about domination. Again, there's a podcast that is on my channel, Sex Talk with My Mom, and it's about domination. And that a guy that's on there is talking about how he loves to dominate women. He's like 22 years old or something like that, and it's an interesting podcast episode. That one is about domination. So I would suggest that if you guys like hearing my voice and hearing my son, who is a 27-year-old stand-up comic, 28-year-old stand-up comic, talk about sex very openly with everyone from porn stars to dominating kind of guys, listen to the podcast. Oh, I see what you're saying, Elliot. You're in England. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 50 Shades of Grey, you think he started with control and then she took it from him? Interesting way of looking at it. Elliot, you're 21 and a virgin, so you got the rest of your life to have good sex. You're doing the right thing by coming here and asking questions. So Bean says, get away from movie romance themes, not real life, just saying. Yeah, there's something for everyone out there. Hi, Paul. How are you? All right, it's getting to that time that I'm going to be saying goodbye. And if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below. I love hearing the comments and, all the thumbs up after you get off this channel for sure. Make sure, after you get off this live stream, make sure to to like this and watch the other videos that I talk about. Elliot, you need a cougar. Go for it. Just go up and find one. They're not too difficult, and that would be a great way to learn. All right, I will say goodbye to everyone. Happy Easter to all of you, and I love you. Don't forget to subscribe and keep spreading the love. Bye.